Hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. How are we doing this evening? Just waiting for a few people to filter in. Filter in. Hope you guys are doing well on this February, what, evening? Can y'all believe we're already in February? Almost halfway through February. Thank you so much. I got my glasses from America's Best. That's the Millie Bobby Brown glasses line. I'm going to move this over so I can see just a little bit more. But how's everybody doing tonight? I am going live for a small amount of time, but I want to talk to you guys because it is the month of love, right? It is the month of love. It is the month of, well, it's supposed to be the month of love, right? It is the month of what I'm calling the pour into yourself month, the swipe right on you month. I am hosting a free webinar tomorrow night from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we are going to go over all the ways to swipe right on yourself. So if you want to join the webinar, please come hang out with us. We always have such a good time on the webinar. The webinar is totally free. It is 100% free. You can come and enjoy. There are perks though. There are VIP if you do want to upgrade to VIP to access the Q&A after the webinar. There is a workbook. There are discounts to my coaching services and so much more. It's only $27 to upgrade to VIP. But I want to talk to you guys about how to set boundaries, right? Setting boundaries in relationships is so important, especially for us, those who've been in abusive relationships. It is so very important that we learn how to set boundaries, not just set boundaries, right? But how to stay in those boundaries, how to continue those boundaries, how to enforce those boundaries in relationships. So those are some of the things we're going to go over. We're also going to talk about, oh, so many things. Hold on. I just got distracted. I saw a comment by someone. I'm on StreamYard right now, so sorry, y'all. Give me just 1 second because sometimes. Okay, anyway, so I got distracted and anyway, so we're going to be talking about focusing on red flags, how to pay attention to red flags. Does anybody on the comment section, let me know in the comments. Does anybody know how to set or how to spot red flags? Does anybody know how to spot red flags? If you know how to spot red flags, let me know in the comments. Just drop a comment, let me know. Because one of the things that I get the most, I do have a like. I do have a like. Let me know, you guys. Talk to me. Let's be interactive. I love interactive. So, yeah, focusing on red flags. How do you spot red flags? What are you supposed to do? How do you know? You're not 100% sure. Come to my webinar. You should register for my webinar. Like I said, it's a free webinar and it's called Swipe Right on Yourself because it's the day before Valentine's Day, but it's the secrets to intentional dating after abusive relationships. I walk you through how to set boundaries, clear boundaries, and how to enforce them, embracing your self-worth, but not in a way that people make self-worth feel gross and icky and weird when they say that you need to have better self-worth. You need to have you need to self-love, love yourself better, and you wouldn't end up in these relationships. No, I give you the foundations to truly have the self-worth that you need as a foundation for healthy relationships. It's so much bigger than just what you hear when people. So if you can see it on the screen, well, you're on Instagram, so I have it's linked in my bio, or take a screenshot. If you have an iPhone, you can just press and hold the photo of the screenshot. But I am on multiple platforms. So for Facebook, if you guys are wanting to register, just take a screenshot and go to the link that's right there. And it'll take you to how to register. If you're on Instagram, or well, so if you're on Facebook and YouTube, go here. If you're on Instagram, it's linked in my bio. I wish Facebook and YouTube had an easier way at links in bios like Instagram does. I need everybody to catch up because we're all just, I feel like I'm just lost in the sauce a little bit. Um, so, so anyway, I'm sorry, like I was saying, so you're just, the secrets of intentional dating after abusive relationships, and it's one of my specialties. It's one of my favorites. My cat just, what was that? Hey Sky, how you doing? My cat just broke something. So anyway, intentional dating is near and dear to my heart because I wrote an intentional dating workbook, The Road to Intentional Dating, the Intentional Dating Workbook. And it is so much more than what people think it is. When we think about relationships, when we think about dating, the number one thing that comes to mind is what? The other person. Is the other person going to like me? Is the other person going to be interested in me? Is the other person going to enjoy me? But the number one thing we tend to forget about in relationships when we talk about relationships is, what about the relationship with ourselves? So I'm doing a free webinar series, and once a month I'm going to have a free webinar, right? Once a month I'm going to have a free webinar where you guys can just watch and enjoy and have a good time. There will be VIP options, but it's no stress, no pressure. Last month in January I talked about um being intentional with yourself. I talked about how to heal and repair that relationship with yourself. And those of you who have followed me for a long time, those of you who have been on the journey and been with the battered hearts for a long time, you guys know that healing and repairing the relationship that you have with yourself is essential in every single thing that we do. So I talked about that last month, but and it was just talking about healing and repairing and then acknowledging and understanding what we've been through in relationships. And so that is really the first pillar of my three models, or my three essential, right, Sky? Thank you. Yes, it is essential. Healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. I really need to figure out how to do um I need to figure out how to do where I can like I'm still getting used to, here it is. It's gonna be oh, I wish it would be bigger. Oh no, don't do that. I wish it would be bigger, but I just put it in the corner, and if you can't see it, there it goes. Okay, so this is the Battered Hearts Rising model. This is essential. This is what I do. This is what I teach you guys. This is how I help you move on and get ready to date again. It doesn't matter if you're in the ethereal awakening phase, which is the first phase, the mind phase, right? The acknowledging and accepting and understanding what you've been through and what you've endured. That's the first step. But you guys notice how it's a Venn diagram, right? I know it's tiny. I will do my best to make sure I get a bigger one to figure out. I'm still trying to figure this all out. Okay. I'm still getting used to technology. um, but the second phase is the Phoenix Rising phase. And that is understanding and getting to know who you are after abusive relationships, right? Getting to know yourself again, because when we get into these relationships, oftentimes we lose ourselves. We forget who we are. We forget the things that we loved. We forget the things that we enjoyed. We forget the things that we did when we got into these relationships. So Phoenix Rising is honestly one of my favorite stages, because getting to know yourself all over again and getting able to, love and just nurture and getting to know who you are again is absolutely one of my favorite phases. So, and then at the end, you have heart vision. So, heart vision is what we're actually going over tomorrow in my webinar. Heart vision is the arming yourself with the tools now that you've gotten to discover yourself and know yourself again. Now it's taking, and how do I get to know myself a little bit more, that I've healed and repaired that relationship with myself, but how do I get to know myself more to where I know how to set boundaries, to where I know how to spot the red flags, to where I know how to navigate um, you know, navigate relationships. When do I leave? When do I know the right time is to leave? I help you guys in all of that. Sky said it is normal to not want to date again because you're so traumatized by the abusive relationship that you don't even want to try due to fear of being hurt. It is absolutely normal to experience that. I've experienced that myself too, but obviously I'm married now. I was able to get out of that. I was able to break out of that fear that I had, but that's because I needed to heal and repair that relationship with myself. Um, she is Kai. Oh, wait. I don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna call you '07. I'm so sorry. Um, said exactly, my friends need you alive like so bad, bro. You don't need a man. A man needs you. Period. Send your friends my way. So just hop in a group chat and just send them a random reel of mine. um But, hold on one second. I'm trying to figure out how do I get okay, there we go. So, but that's what we're gonna go over tomorrow. So if you guys haven't registered, go register for my free webinar at the link down here. You can screenshot it, um, and tell your friends to pull up to my webinar tomorrow. You know, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have deep, intimate conversations. We're gonna get to know ourselves a little bit more. The heart vision is a really hard phase because absolutely, I love this. This is what I do. I love my job. I love this so much. I wish I could be on this 24/7, like talking to you guys all day every single day is something that I wish that I could do. Um but I can't because I have to do other things to work on for you, like my courses that I have. I don't know if you guys even know I have online courses. I have online mini courses that go through individually each one of these phases. It starts with ethereal awakening, understanding and acknowledging, Phoenix rising. It goes into getting to know who I am again, and heart vision, ready to date intentionally and have intentional relationships, and each one is $27. So if you don't want to come to the webinar, or if doing coaching with me, one-on-one coaching is not something that you're interested in, check out my courses. Everything is linked in my bio, and at the end of the day, if you can't find it, just go to my website, which is also linked in my bio, but my website is howtoloveabatteredwoman.com. So just take my Instagram name, my Facebook name, and put .com at the end of it, and then you'll find my website, which will take you to everything but this is a unique link. So if you guys want to come to my webinar, if you want to sign up for my webinar, it is a unique link, so you must follow the URL down there. But we're going to be going over heart vision. So I created the battered hearts model based on the 3 phases that I went through in my own journey, in my own story, right? We all have a story that we tell when we talk to people. We all have an introduction to the world per se. And so I'll be sharing a part of my story with you all. I will be sharing how I got from ethereal awakening through heart vision, and how I met my husband, how I set the boundaries early on in the relationship, how I navigated and moved through some of my fears, what I felt like and how I responded to when I was feeling bored because I was safe, right? So all of those things that I just mentioned are very, very normal part of the process. But if you look in the middle, I know it's tiny, but if you look in the middle of the diagram says healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. The center of the diagram is the middle of the most important piece that goes into each one of these different pillars. It's the top of the pillar, if you would say, the top of the building. Let's see. Irene, you helped me while I was working on my mental state, been in therapy for over 4 years. I'm in a better place mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That makes me feel so good, Irene. Thank you for being a loyal battered heart for the last 4 years, and I'm very proud of you. It's not an easy journey to be on. This is such a hard journey to be on. And it's a hard journey because the journey doesn't, there's no destination that we end up on, right? There's no destination that we stop and we say, "Hey, we made it." And we have those we made it. We have those moments. I don't want to be, what's the word, discouraging, but what I'm saying is that the healing journey is ups and downs, ups and downs. And so I don't want anyone to have an expectation that is setting them up for failure, in the sense that thinking that if you make it to a certain milestone, you've made it and that's the end all be all. And it's not, because you're really going to set yourself up when you have a day where you wake up and you're like, "Oh, my heart really hurts today. My heart really feels sad today." Exactly, Sky. Healing is never linear. I am in the weirdest part. I think I just finally I was like here, and then I was like here, and then now I feel like I'm back on the upswing, and that's because it is such a journey, but each phase of the journey that you're on, there's so many beautiful things that, you know, you learn along the way. There's so many beautiful things that you learn along the way, and it really just depends on how you look at the situation. So, um, I'm gonna hop off because I have to run and do some other things to prepare myself for tomorrow's webinar, and I hope to see all of you guys there. Please register at the link right here. If you guys are following me on Facebook, you should see it. I posted it a million times. You can see the link, but the link is right here. Screenshot it if you can't, if you're on your cell phone, screenshot it and type in the link, register. It's a free webinar. Instagram, same thing. The link is linked in my bio, or you can go to here. Same with YouTube. If the you have to go to this specific link to register for my webinar, but everything else you'll be able to find on www.howtoloveabatteredwoman.com. Y'all know I always sign off with the Battered Hearts Commandments because I mean it. I need y'all to understand it. I need y'all to know it. I need y'all to retain it. I need y'all to cite it like you are citing, I don't know, but I just need y'all to remember the Battered Hearts Commandments, okay? Love you, Sky. Drink some water. Oh my gosh, that's my girl. Y'all, hey, girl. Let's talk crime. Angel, where have you been? I got sidetracked on the Battered Hearts Commandments. Angel, hey, boo. Drink some water, get some rest, and don't let nobody's dusty ass child treat you any kind of way. I love you, Battered Hearts, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow night. Go register. Bye.